What is UGC and how can one become a UGC content creator that is making anywhere from a few $100s to a few extra $1,000 per month making UGC? In this video, I'll be giving you a full UGC 101 breakdown on the UGC basics, on how to start your UGC journey, and a few extra tips at the end to help you on your UGC journey, like how much to charge and what tech tools and gadgets you need that can help you create your UGC content. So let's dive in. What is UGC content? So UGC stands for user-generated content, and to put it simply, user-generated content is relatable, brand-specific content created by customers. User-generated content is original, brand-specific content created by users like you and me and published on the brand's social media or for paid ads. Now, UGC comes in many forms. It can be a photo, video, text, or review that was created authentically by a user of that product or brand, etc. The profession of being a UGC creator involves creating content for brands that will resonate with their audience and encourage their audience to engage and interact with that content. As creators, we get to leverage our creativity, storytelling skills, and personal experiences to create content that captures the attention of the brand's audience. So why UGC? Consumers are no longer resonating with unrealistic ad campaigns curated by brands attempting to persuade them, or by influencers who are simply unrelatable to everyday people. So instead, consumers want to see real people sharing real thoughts on a product or service. In turn, UGC increases trust in a brand or product. Why do brands like UGC? Brands love UGC for a number of reasons, particularly because this type of content is relatable to other users, as it is curated and created by normal people and even real customers. This relatability can lead to increased engagement, as users are more likely to connect with content that reflects their own experiences or interests. UGC also tends to perform better than a polished piece of content that is highly curated. And to back up this claim, here are some important stats worth mentioning. So 79% of customers use UGC for their purchasing decisions. 92% of customers trust organic user-generated content more than they trust traditional advertising. Customers are 2.4 times more likely to view user-generated content as authentic compared to content created by brands. And other reasons why brands love to partner with UGC content creators is because UGC adds authenticity and credibility to a brand. UGC boosts brand awareness. UGC has the potential to go viral, spreading organically across social media platforms and reaching a wider audience, thereby significantly increasing brand exposure and recognition. They also get to partner with everyday people who are genuinely in love with the brand and use the brand already. They don't need to hire a whole production team, which in turn saves them hundreds, if not thousands of dollars too. They don't have to pay the creator to post the content, they simply get to use the content for however ways were discussed and agreed upon with the creator. The difference between a UGC creator versus influencer. Now, there are some obvious differences between an influencer and a UGC creator. The distinction between influencers and UGC creators lies in the fact that UGC creators do not necessarily need a large following to create the content. Influencers typically rely on their audience to sell products or promote brands. On the other hand, UGC creators create content that brands can post on their own social media platforms, but the creator doesn't have to post the content on their personal platforms. This means that anyone with a passion for content creation can become a UGC creator. Types of user-generated content. Typically, there are two types of UGC content you should know how to create, and based on the brand's objective, you'll be creating one of the two, or if you upsell, you may do a range. But the two types of videos that you want to get familiar with is paid media or brand awareness / organic videos. When creating UGC videos for organic content, the focus is on building brand awareness through engaging and relatable content. Organic content means that they will only post the content on their social media. Organic content is typically created in the forms of a video that is aesthetically pleasing, such as a get ready with me, an ASMR, or an unboxing type of video, etc. On the other hand, when creating UGC videos for ads, the brand will put money behind your video to drive conversions, basically a sale. Now, to create an ad, you need to follow a structure that can engage your audience and that feels authentic to them so that your video leads to conversions. Paid media UGC is usually different and often requires a script that contains a hook, hook, problem and solution, and I won't really get into how to craft this kind of script right now, as this is something for another video or potentially even like a mini course down the road for you. But just know there are usually two types of UGC content you need to be creating, and that is again organic and paid media. How to get started as a UGC creator. By being a UGC creator, it's not for the faint of heart. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme by any means. It will require time, study, experimentation, and learning the business side of UGC if this is something that you're really serious about doing both as a side hustle or even full-time. But first things first is you'll want to learn all there is to know about UGC and study what UGC content looks like. After that, you'll want to decide on the industry you would want to create content for. The best way to learn quickly is to get familiar with other people's UGC content to understand good performing content. Now, the best way I find doing this is by going to the TikTok ads library/creative center, as a lot of these ads will be UGC content. You can also organize by industry, which is really helpful when searching for different content to get inspiration from. The reason why it's still important to pick an industry early on is that it helps you better position yourself and be seen as an expert within a specific industry. That can be anything from skincare to travel to pet owner products, etc. This will come off way more professional to a brand, and when it comes to approaching brands that you love, it'll be so much easier for them to say yes to partnerships. If you've never created UGC content, it is totally normal to experiment with different industries to see what you actually like and enjoy creating. And then from there, you can narrow it down to an industry that you could see yourself creating more content for. Create a portfolio. The next step is to start creating content to build a portfolio, which is basically a body of work that you can present to a brand. Your portfolio will grow and evolve over time when you've gotten more partnerships under your belt. But to start, you can simply use things around your house, whether it's clothes, shoes, protein powders, supplements, etc. This is honestly the easiest and cheapest way to get started, as you already buy and use these products. When you're creating your videos, you're typically showing up on camera and talking about how you love the product and basically hyping it up. Or if you don't necessarily feel comfortable on camera just yet, you can make like a more aesthetically pleasing kind of video to show the product being used with text or a voiceover with some information about the product. When you've created a few videos, you'll put the content in a media kit or on your website and start building up your portfolio. Now, if you don't have a website, you can go to Canva and search UGC portfolio and create one from a free template from there. While creating the videos, you can also dedicate just a little bit of extra time to take pictures of the product and add it to your portfolio too, to show off your capabilities for both videography and photography. Then when everything starts to look cohesive based on creating within the same industry, you'll come off so professional and be ready to pitch to brands. Pitching to brands. There are a few ways you can pitch to brands. You can do it through the DMs on social media, but email is always the best way. Once you've found the best contact for sending your pitch, your email pitch may look something like this. Hi brand or person's contact name, hope you're doing well. As you can see from this video that is linked, I'm a huge fan of your product. Now here you can add your hyperlink to the product. Now, more specifically, the reason I'm such a fan of the product is because, and here you'll write your reason. I'm Sarah, I'm a professional UGC creator for brands, as you can see from my portfolio here, which you'll hyperlink. I'd love to open the conversation to making more content similar to this for you for paid media ads and or organic brand awareness type videos. Does your team currently allocate some of your marketing budget to UGC? I'd love to hop on a call to explore what a partnership could look like to help you reach your specific brand goals and objectives. Thank you for your time. Respectfully, Sarah. In your signature, in order to look and come off more professional, you can put in your social media information and contact details, and this can be created literally within Google Signatures or other platforms that specifically help you create signatures for your emails. How to find brands to pitch to. You can find brands to potentially pitch to simply by going back to the TikTok ad library as one way, because this shows you all the brands that already have a marketing budget allocated for ads. So as you go back to that page and jot down all the businesses and brands that you want to pitch to, you will then find their email and send them your pitch. UGC platforms and other places to find UGC jobs. Other ways you can build brand relationships is by applying to jobs that already exist. And to do this, you can go to Twitter and search UGC creators needed. Brands are constantly posting campaigns for which they need creators for. You can also do that on LinkedIn as well by changing the search from people to posts, and then you could probably find additional information on there as well about UGC. In terms of UGC platforms, there are many, but here's a list of some of the popular ones. There's Trend.io, Tribe, B-Roll, Coley, Incense, Creators Club, Billow, and so many more. Fiverr and Upwork is also great as different places to find UGC work. Bonus tips. Types of videos. There are a number of types of videos that you can make as a UGC creator. Some include aesthetic, which is more of a dreamy, aspirational type of way to make a video. There's voiceover, which could be more informational giving to your audience about tips, educational points, or a step-by-step review or demonstration, which is just talking about why you love the product or showing off how to use the product. There's also unboxing, which basically shows off your package that you've received from a brand, and then you go to showing off the product out of the unboxing. Then there's problem and solution, which is basically talking about the problem that you were having before this product, aka your solution, and how this solution has changed your life. So as an example, maybe you were having difficulty swallowing supplement capsules, so now you have a vitamin powder, which is far more easy to consume for you. Bonus editing tip. A quick editing tip that I want to mention in this additional section of the video is to make sure that your video content can run in multiple dimensions. So normally on TikTok and Reels and Shorts, you'll be shooting in a 9:16 dimension, but when you're editing your videos, you want to make sure that any text that you might use will fit in a 4:5 crop, because when some of these brands run their ads, some of these videos will run in 4:5 dimensions. So just ensure that things like your face, text, and the product itself will fit in 4:5 while still editing in 9:16. Equipment that you need. When you're just starting out with UGC, all you really need is your phone, but if you want to be more equipped and take UGC more seriously, I highly recommend that you get something like a tripod, good lighting, and some form of audio. I'll link some of those tools in the description below, and I'll also link a free content creation tools resource and guide in the description as well for a whole range of equipment that I recommend. How much to charge for UGC videos? Your rates will depend on a number of factors, such as your skill level, your experience, how many videos you're creating for the brand, usage rights, which is why it's all really important to ask brands what kind of videos they're looking to create to give them a better answer. You want to ask the brand how they intend to use the video, whether it's organic or on socials or ads. And in the beginner space, the organic video ballpark is around $150 to $175 per video. If it's for an ad, you can charge a little bit more within the $275 to $300 range, as you'll be required to do additional work, such as researching other videos to understand the brand and its competition. Plus, you are doing every form of job from scripting, being the talent, to editing. They don't have to spend money on a billboard, instead they're using it for ad spend, so they have a bit more money as well. The best thing to offer are packages, which gives brands options. Your package tiers could look something like this. 1 video, $200, 3 videos, $550, 5 videos, $750. Now, usually with this method, the more videos they get, the better deal they get per video. The reason you can charge more by offering add-ons such as raw video files, using other people or talent in your video, offering multiple hook options, and exporting videos into multiple dimensions. As you can see, the UGC world is quite fascinating and a fun one when you understand how it works and really dedicate yourself to the process. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with a friend, creator, brand, or entrepreneur with whom you think this would really help. And if you're interested in getting your free tools and resources guide, I've left a link in the description below for you. And be sure to check out all the tools and resources linked in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.